welcome to this special episode of Across the Bifrost. This is Dr. Norbert coming in for an emergency newscast.
Hello, I'm the other one. I'm also here.
Hope everybody's doing well. We are actually doing this early to make sure everybody gets all the news. We've been asked already for the news about what's going on with the new crises. What do we see?
It doesn't exist until Across the Bifrost cover it. You know?
Hey.
What's the point of getting excited until we talk about it? Am I right?
Maybe so. And thank you in advance to our producer who's going to burn the midnight oil to edit this thing and take all my after credit scene jokes, throw them on the floor, and move on.
She did say don't make any inappropriate jokes because it will make the edit quicker.
Okay.
We need this to go out immediately, so no jokes at all. This is going to be the least funny episode ever.
Okay, no fun is going to be had here. Strictly business.
Yep.
All business.
Operation Zero Tolerance on fun.
Yeah, that's so appropriate. All right, so if you haven't guessed, we're going to go over the crises today, plus the bonus little Prime Sentinel models that come in the box. We're, based on everything we've seen so far, this is going to be a really big thing. And I think one of the key things, Jimmy, as we enter this new era of MCP is, of course, the box number.
Every time you get me with that. Every time, I don't expect it, and then I get hit with the box number.
Yeah, well, listen, this is a conundrum. I need your help. This one, the box number is CA23. Type in CA23 on Jarvis's protocol, which you should be using if you're playing MCP, and this will call this up so you can follow along with us. But CA, what's CA? It's not the CP we know and love. It's not this newfangled Gen Z MCP number nonsense.
Yeah.
It's CA.
Crisis availability.
Averted.
Crisis averted. Yeah, crisis averted. It's a list of all the crises that will be averted when our crisis teams go and deal with them.
Have we seen a CA?
Let me to find out.
Let's see if Jarvis is. If I put in CA and see, does it come up with stuff? No.
CA09. Oh, CA09 is a 2023 crisis pack.
What could it stand for? This is so mesmerizing.
Crises available.
Crises available?
Yeah.
But the number, it went from 09 to 23. Did they design these in 2023?
Oh, yeah.
Have they been sitting on them for that long?
Yeah. Maybe it's 9 in CA09. Are we really going into this? CA09, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. 22. So 22 plus 9 is 31. So no, it doesn't work. CA23, never mind. I thought they were numbering each crisis in the pack. So, Don't know. Maybe, Norbert, the box numbers are pointless to look at. Maybe.
These are lies.
Maybe no one cares.
Oh, I found another one. Card Pack 2022 is CA10.
Oh, so it's card packs.
Card Pack. Mojo Ball Scenario Pack is CA14.
Oh, everyone's played that.
Movement and Range Tool Pack is CA11. And then the War Kings was CA13. This is so much. We need this. You know what this is? This is like when the CIA or MI6, they throw out those puzzles into the wild and only really sharp people pick them up, and then that's how they get inducted into the Secret Service.
It could also be like when they try and hide the fact that aliens exist by putting out stupid stories. They can see which idiots share the stories. It could also be that.
Nah. How could that be?
Nah, we're onto something here. We're definitely onto something here.
All right. Well, anyway, this is write in with your thoughts. We have a Discord. This is the reason we have the bloody Discord, is for you to write in your thoughts about why it's called CA. What's the CA?
The whole reason we have the Discord is for Pat Dover to correct me every episode. That's what it's for.
All right, lovely. So with that out of the way, let's get into the character card. We're talking about the Prime Sentinels. Now, we're going to talk about this. Unfortunately, we've recorded the episode about the Sentinel box, Bastion, Nimrod, and Omega
Sentinel, yeah.
Yeah, Omega Sentinel. And we talk a bit about their cards and everything else in there. We purposely left the Prime Sentinel aside since it was in a different box, but do catch up on that episode when it comes out just before the release of that Sentinel box. So with that in mind, we're just going to look at the Prime Sentinel, which is the one that comes as a little freebie. And you get two of them, right? You get a male one and a female one.
Yeah, two freebies. Two free threats.
Do you have a preference yet on the male or the female?
The female artwork looks sick.
Yeah.
I think really cool. I mean, it's classic Patrick Brown though, right? Patrick Brown just draws really cool, strong women. And the male one looks cool, but I worry that the male one looks like another Sentinel.
Yeah, it looks a little too cyborgy, right?
Yeah, we've already got a problem of having too many Sentinels, let alone called Prime. So,
yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I would go with the female one first, but who knows? Maybe we'll play both at the same time. Let's find out. I actually don't know if you would want to play two of these at once. I've not looked at them close enough.
We're going to find out now.
Yeah.
Before we get on for it, should we thank our Patreons really quickly?
Oh yeah.
With the Patreons.
Oh my god, we can actually time this episode. This episode comes out the first day of the first round of the current Patreon TTS tournament.
TTS League. Amazing.
So if you listen to this, you might have an hour or two to sign up, but jump on it. If you want to jump in, if you want to become a Patreon, jump in. I'm sure I can, convince Norbert to let you in, and we'll get you in for the first round. It's one game per fortnight, so it's a little bit more casual this time. It's nice.
You have to define fortnight for the kids in America.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, that's
right.
One
game every 14 days.
That's it. Good job. We do giveaways. We're giving away a Spider Foes box and a set of blue dice plus GT cards from the blue dice era in there going out. My God, it's just nonstop.
I've got a backlog of giveaways. There's huge stuff coming for the giveaway. It's great.
All right, cool. So sign up for that. If you're a painter, if you're listening to this, you have 1 day to sign up into the Pile of Opportunity project, the Pops. You can be a popper. For May, which is where if you want some help making sure you get a model done by the end of the month, you get to post in there, and then your other poppers will help keep you on the straight and narrow, and maybe even give you some help if you're stuck on something or what have you. And the April poppers are putting their photos up in that special gallery that I created. Did you see it?
Yeah, that was cool. I like that gallery. It's very fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up and I found out a way to do it so it can highlight the people's pictures. And so
I saw that. I was like, Norbert is getting good with this old Discord technology stuff. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
The old boomer doing something good.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, don't call me a boomer. I really hate that because I'm not. I'm, and I don't even mean figuratively. I'm just not of that generation.
Oh, you're not?
No.
What's your generation?
No. Generation X. As usual. See, you even done it. The forgotten generation, as usual. But that's okay. Because we're the smaller group and we're apathetic and we don't care. So we don't get any of the love. It's like those memes. You see the memes with the cat and the women and the cat at the table, and it's like
the screaming one.
The screaming one. It's the millennials are screaming at the boomers are screaming back, and then the Gen Z ones are crying in the corner, and the Gen X are the ones that are sitting with their feet up holding a cocktail watching the whole.
Nice.
Speaking of that, hang on. There we go. That's a little Patreon whiskey, and I'm in my artist's residence. And Jamie, I was told that I must talk about the whiskeys that I drink, aside from just saying I'm drinking the whiskey. This one, look at this. The Patrons bought me a bottle of Glenmorangie, the La Santa.
Whoa.
It's 15 years old, aged in bourbon and sherry casks. And it's from the Highlands of Scotland. Oh. So thank you so much. And I'm experimenting with this one. It's a little spicy again. So here, I got this, look at this little special beaker with the water in it and a little spout. So I'm just going to experiment.
You managed to make whiskey scientific.
Yeah.
That's good. Is that what you call your mid-afternoon drinking experiments?
It's just an experiment. I'm not actually drinking. I'm just preparing to drink. Okay. Phew. Anyway, but thank you very much, patrons. We love you. And our producer's going through a very happy but big life event any moment now. And the Patreon money is going to come in handy when that happens. So
100%.
She is super grateful to you as well, especially now. Okay. Cool. Prime Sentinel. All right. They are known, their alter ego, wait for it, is Prime Sentinel.
Oh, nice. What do you think the origin of that is?
I think it's, you know what it is? The origin is a very dedicated scientist with absolutely no creativity. There's no code name. There's no fun name. Nothing. It's just Prime Sentinel.
Prime Sentinel, yeah.
All right. Give us some deets, because I know only that these guys, this is like the worst horror story of all the Sentinels. These are actual people that got hijacked, right?
Yeah. That's everything I know too. Why don't you tell us the lore for this one?
All I know is that they get hijacked and then they get infected with that nanoparticle thing that Nimrod has, which turns them into these cyborg robots, and they lose, they lose their free will, and they get controlled by, I guess, I don't know who, Bastion.
Yeah, the Sentinel, stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. There's a really cool fight with them in the X Mansion with Wolverine and Nightcrawler. With the 9 swords joke. That's pretty cool.
Oh, so basically these are the goons of the Sentinel army. Is that right?
Yeah, they're the pawns.
The pawns. Yeah, there you go. Pawns. Cool. So you get 2 of them in the box. They are on a small base. These are 3 threat models, though. They're not 2 threats. They're 3 threats. Their stats are 3/3/3, 3 physical, 3 energy, 3 mystic. They have 6 hit points on the front side, 5 on the back, size 2 medium. So this feels like the new 3 threats, or is that even still a little low with the hit points?
6/5's respectable, You
think?
I guess 3/3/3 is a little, low. But you could take 2 of them. Does that matter? That probably doesn't matter, does it? They're still just 3 threats.
Yeah, 3 threats. So that now you're talking about a 6th threat, I don't know.
Unsure. I mean, it's fine.
Let's just say it's certainly on the low end of tolerable, right? In between those, unless they have something special going on. Okay, cool. Should we look at that? Let's look at their innates for the hell of it. So, first of all, they have flight. That's great. They're flying around. Again, with a lot of terrain on the table these days, it's not inconsequential to have flight, so that's good.
Yep.
Like all robots, they're immune to bleed and poison. And here's the first interesting one. Bastion's Legion. When building a roster or a squad, a player may include 2 of this character instead of the normal 1. So very similar to Mark IV Sentinels, right?
Yeah, exactly. You could take 2 of these in your 10 and 5. Which is really cool.
Have you done that with the Prime Mark IVs?
Yeah, the problem is they're 4 threats, and they're not very good 4 threats. One of them is fantastic. I find that Prime and a Mark IV is really great because they have that online operational card. They're really cool. 2 was a bit too much, but these 2 3 threats I'm very interested in because that's less threat to commit, depending on how good they are.
Right.
So yeah, very interesting. It means that, I guess, hold on, what's the maths on that? You could take Prime and 2 Mark IVs.
That's 5 plus 8 is 13, right?
Plus 2 of these Prime Sentinels.
19.
So you could run 3 cards of characters at 19 threat while being 5 wide. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, sure.
Bunch of Sentinels, bunch of goons.
You could run 16. You could only 3 characters on a 16 map. Or,
3 wide. Whoa, we're not there yet.
Scary.
But it's pretty cool. I like this rule. I hope we see more of it in the future.
It's fun.
We could use this for like generic mutants. Morlocks. You could have this. You could have the zombies. I want to see a Marvel Zombies affiliation, and you just have a bunch of 1 threat zombies.
Yeah, 1 threats. Cool. That's boy, oh boy. That'll be the day when a 1 threat.
People keep saying when's the 1 threat character, right? I think you make 1 threat zombies. You can take like 4 of them. And they can't score anything,
Yeah.
And you just spam them, and like they respawn or something like that. I don't know.
I'm holding out for that Spider-Man villain who's just a little brick wall that runs around. Yeah, the wall. Yeah, he feels like a 1 threat, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, he just acts as terrain.
Yeah, he's mobile terrain.
Yeah. I like that. All the 40k players that come over to MCP, you can be like, hey, play the wall. You can just use cover here. Give you guys with guns and stand behind cover. It's great.
Yeah, they feel so comfortable. Yeah. All right, one more innate called Sentinel Nanotech Infection. Woo. When an enemy character ends its activation, if it is within 2 of this character, it gains the root special condition. That's
very
cool.
That's very cool. That's similar to Iceman. It ends its activation. So a little bit different. But yeah, they've got a range 2 aura that gives that root. I really like that.
Yeah, okay, you're making a good point, though. So it's not going to mess them up for the first round, them being there. It's subsequently, basically. Their next activation is when they're going to suffer from the root.
No, it's when an enemy character ends that activation. So if you go with these guys first, Doug moves on to a point, then the enemy has to come and get on that point to contest it. They'll then end that turn with root. Oh, I see what you're saying. So then round 2, they'll have the root, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like whatever they're going to do to you once they finish coming within 2 of you is unimpeded, so to speak. But yeah, I feel like you could set up a field basically around somebody important. And if they come into that person, then they're going to have to deal with the root later on.
Yeah, very cool.
Also, a really interesting mechanic and thematic with their kind of origin story.
Yeah, exactly. And we covered it. You'll hear it in probably the next episode, the Nimrod thing. I don't think that Bastion leadership really works unless you're putting out root as well. So having these guys down feels great, I think.
I was very happy when we came to that conclusion towards the end of that episode because it wasn't apparent at first, and then we realized it's all the roots on top of the leadership.
we maybe read the box in the wrong order because we read the leadership first. Was like, this sucks, and then we found all the root in all the characters. Was, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, and these guys bringing more root is even cooler.
I feel like this Ben Ranson's fingerprints all over that because of how interwoven it is.
Yeah,
similar to what he's done with
Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse.
Yeah, all the like kind of passing conditions around, and everyone's kind of. It's also like a new game style, right? We've not really seen power denial, not across an affiliation. So
right,
yeah, pretty cool.
Cool. All right, let's get into the attacks. So first one is an energy attack called Nano Bioweapons, range 3, 5 dice. It doesn't cost anything because it's their builder, where they gain power equal to the damage dealt. It's got one trigger, which is on a crit called Nanotech. After this attack is resolved, the defender gains the root special condition. There you go, another root.
Great. I think that's great.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Well, it seems like you're going to maybe punch through a little bit of damage, but then occasionally get a root on it. You know, you can do a little bit of both, essentially. And for a goon, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I agree. If this, you're probably bringing Prime Sentinel to be like a root bot, right? Give out root, and then they have a chance to give out from range 3 instead of making them stand next to you. So I think it's great. Do I need to whack out the dice calculator? Is this what I do now?
Yeah, it's 1 and 6. Oh, sorry, 1 and 8, right? So what is it? 20%.
It's 49% on 5 dice to get a crit. 49%.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Okay, 5 dice. Yeah. Sorry. How much is it? 49. Half 50%, more or less.
Coin flip. Yeah,
that's good.
And you can take 2 of these guys. So if they both shoot the same guy, it's guaranteed root.
Exactly.
That's how it works, right? 2 coin flips.
Automatically be opposite of each other. Yes, yes. Exactly.
That's why I'm in charge of the dice calculator.
They got a spender. It's energy attack called Nano Power Suppression Systems. Oof. Range 3, again. 7 dice this time, costs 3. That's on the cheaper side of spenders. Good. After this attack is resolved, if damage was dealt, the defender gains the root special condition. Okay.
I see what these guys are trying to do.
Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion about this.
Cover them in root.
Yeah, so refer then to the Bastion episode. Keep these folks in mind when we talk about the leadership because this is crazy. That's a lot of root.
Yeah, agreed. Every word on this card is making me understand the Bastion leadership more now.
Mm-hmm. And it's miserable. I mean, we were talking about it in the other episode. It just messes with like a core aspect of MCP that distinguishes it from other games, which is the clapback mechanic,
Yeah.
And here, it's a big deal. Okay. 2 reactive superpowers. The first one's called Guided Infection. This is 2 power. When this character is attacking during the modified dice step, if the defender has the root special condition, you can use this superpower. Hey, you can remove this root special condition, and this character may reroll up to 2 of its dice. Interesting. It's a hard choice to make. Do you pull the root off?
That is interesting. I mean, I feel like the part I don't like about this leadership is that sure you can deny power and give out root, but you're still trying to kill people, so they're still going to get powered up, right? So I think this comes in when you're hitting someone and you need to do 1 or 2 more damage to daze them, and they've got like 5-6 power already.
Yes.
And you're like, well, the power doesn't matter that much actually. I'll just take the root off and try and get the damage through. So it's a cool decision.
Yes, indeed, I agree.
What's the timing on this actually? Hold on. If you nano bioweapons, they've got root. You pull the root off. You roll 2 dice. If you then roll a crit, I think you apply the root again.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a good point. It could just go back on.
Oh my God. That's really good, right?
It's so fun.
Because you can have 2 of these guys next to each other, right? One of them applies the root. The next one hits them with the rerolls and puts the root back on.
Well, I was just thinking that they could do it if they do 2 attacks.
Oh,
like
even that
same
makes way
guy.
more sense. Yeah. Same guy.
But yes, what you said makes sense too, but the same guy can do it, actually.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. But you're absolutely right. At some point, root doesn't matter so much anymore. And so then you might be not caring about pulling it off.
Yeah. Oh, I've actually completely misread that. There are people screaming at us right now, Norbert. We're not on our A game. We've completely misread that.
What?
It's a Crimson Dynamo effect. Yeah. So it's when you're getting attacked and the attacker has root, they use the superpower to re-roll 2 of the attacker's dice.
No. It says when this character is attacking, if the defender has root, you can use the superpower, remove the root, and then this character, the attacker, removes 2 cards.
Oh my god, we're reading the wrong superpower. What are we doing? I'm on the next one. Okay, right. So there's one for the attack and there's one for the defense. Oh my god.
Is there? Okay.
As if these characters weren't confusing enough. 2 Prime Sentinels next to Sentinel Prime. Okay, my bad. I'm going to shut up. Yes.
Okay.
What we previously said about attacking is good.
Okay. Guided infection sounds fun because I think what it is that you're pulling the root off, which is kind of like messing with their circuitry or, the person's body somehow. And instead you're focusing it on actually killing the person instead of just inhibiting them.
Really cool.
Or dazing. This is MCP. We're dazing. Okay, yes, let's get to it then. There's another reactive superpower called Sentinel Nanotech Corruption. This one's for free. Whoa. When this character or another allied character is defending, during the modified dice step, if the attacker is within 3 and has the root special condition, you can use the superpower, remove the root special condition. This character may reroll up to 2 of its reroll up to 2 of the attacker's dice. Which is great because then you get to choose the ones that are triggers potentially.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Crimson Dynamo effect I was talking about.
Yeah,
this is a really powerful effect. Yeah, for free. Yeah, you just take the root off them, so you're not immediately reapplying it, but still, yeah, it's great. It's really good, and like when people are hunting those wilds, you can use this to make them, lose them. It's a really strong effect. And spoiler, like we're going to be talking about Crimson Dynamo this episode on the Crisis Pack stuff. I think this is going to become more relevant in the new rotation.
Yeah, agreed. So what do we think about these guys? I mean, clearly they're all about the roots, putting on roots, using roots to their advantage and so forth, but are they doing much damage? Like, are they meant to, and they're move medium, they're small bases, so they're not like particularly important scenario specialists.
Yeah, I like them a lot, actually.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Like, energy is great. 5 dice energy range 3 is great. The root synergy is awesome. If you're playing Bastion's leadership, I think they get a lot better. If you're playing Sentinel Prime's leadership, I don't know, maybe you can find better 3-threat killers. I mean, you can. Echo exists. So
yeah, these feel like Bastion leadership
for sure.
characters,
Yeah,
right?
they're like utility punchers, I think they're great. I think they're really cool.
Yep.
I also think you could take 2 of these. I don't know how the threats, I'm not very good with like threat maths.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, you probably don't really want to be 4 wide if you can help it. You want to be 5 wide as much as possible. So do you go like Bastion, 2 Prime Sentinels, that's 10, and then Nimrod and something? I don't know what Sentinel players are planning, but I think that taking both of these is much more justifiable than taking 2 Mark IVs was.
Agreed. Yeah. Cool. So I'm looking forward to, but you're not into it. You're still not into it. They haven't persuaded you to play Sentinel.
My Sentinel age I'm done. I got my 50 games badge. I'm letting the young'uns do it now.
There's so many new models, though. I'm tempted to play them. I feel like I'm going to be like, there's going to be a sea of Sentinel munchkins out there, though, and I don't know if I want to be part of that herd.
Yeah, I think they seem kind of fun. I'm interested to see it. Someone on my team for Nations is planning on playing Sentinels, so I'm looking forward to kind of dojoing that with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I think they seem great. Well-designed little faction. This is exactly what I like to see in like an affiliation kind of booster pack, where it's like the affiliation was kind of, not doing great because it only had 3, 4, 5 affiliated characters. Now we have, a new leadership, bunch of new cards, new play styles. They can go wide now. It's great. It's what like Adam Warlock brought to Guardians, like a completely different play style. These guys bring to Sentinels. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. And it looks like they come with 2 cards, one with the female guy and one with the male guy.
Yeah, because they learned that problem from the Mark IVs who came on 2 identical cards, and it was really
okay. That's interesting. Good on AMG. Always learning. Cool. All right, let's get into the meat of it. This is it. We've been waiting for it. This came out as a leak initially, but now it's been confirmed by AMG, so it's legal starting the 12th of June, I believe. And it's a whole set of new crises. So they've come out with 12. They've really upped their game and made it much simpler. They've come out with 12 secures and 12 extracts.
Not new ones. You're reading the rotation there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
So the pack comes with 10 of each?
Is it 10?
No, 5 of each? Oh, I don't know.
Yep, 5. There it is. 5 new extracts and 5 new secures. Well, all of which are in the new rotation. Yeah.
Which is nice. That's an improvement from last year.
Because this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So we
No, go ahead.
Last year, you and I were like, "Oh, this new card. This is clearly a replacement for Spider Portals, right? Let's do." And then the rotation happened, and like some of the new cards weren't in, which was odd. So yeah, glad that we just get to buy a new box, and then all those cards are legal.
Yes, agreed.
Legal in the Challenger format, we should say. AMG are quick to remind us, and by us I mean Norbert and I directly, that a lot of people play this game casually, just in their kitchen table, and they'll play whatever the hell they want. They're still playing Demons and Researcher, and they're having a great time with it. So good for them. But yeah, we as a podcast, we're a big fan of going to events, and 99.9% of events are Challenger format, and this is the rotation for Challenger format.
Right. Thank you for clearing all that up. So they did actually, if you go into their Challenger document, they do explain all the different scenarios that are legal for play and which have been removed. So we're going to talk about the ones that got removed first. We're just going to mention them because ultimately we're going to see what kind of theme this new year of Crises is like that we have ahead of us. So the ones that are removed include Struggle for the Cube, Terracin.
Can we have a little quick word about each one?
Yeah, please. Go for it.
In memoriam,
Go ahead.
Struggle for the Cube, I'm very sad, it's gone. It's from the original core box, I think.
Yeah.
And I liked it because X-Men liked it. And you can pick them up with healing factor characters and then not take the damage. But yeah, I liked the rule of that whole thing of like someone's holding an extract and they get damaged for it. So they're slowly becoming easier to get the extract off.
Yep.
But you can stack them all on one character, right? So like Hulk could hold 3 and that was pretty sad. So I understand why it's gone. So yeah, I accept it.
I think that's a good point that this is one of the ones that you could hold more than one, and I think they're trying to walk away from that.
I agree with that as well. Yeah. It's not fun. It's not fun when one character gets 3 and just runs to the corner of the board.
Yeah. And let's just jump to the chase. The one that was even more egregious in that regard was Fear Grips with the hammers.
Hammers, yeah. How sad is that? The hammers is gone.
Yeah, everyone's favorite one to forget the hammer tax to pay.
Oh yeah, classic. Yeah. But yeah, I know so many new players that just love hammers because it's just simple. It's like pick up this, hit harder. So yeah, this is a big loss for all the kind of more casual events that I go to, and like the new players. I know will be annoyed about this going, but on a competitive level, it needed to go. I think there were so many ways to get like 2 or 3 hammers on like Dormammu, and then it just gets a bit silly. So yeah, I accept it. Sad for the new players, but we're in a new world now.
Yeah, I don't think this image I found is the whole story though. I think there must be another page of it because it's missing some of the ones that we're supposed to.
Well, Norbert, if you go to our sponsor, Jarvis Protocol.
Yeah.
They have marked all of the crises that are currently legal, but leaving on the 12th of June.
Sweet. I'll use this instead. Good old Jarvis coming to the rescue. Well done. Okay. Right. The next one is Terracin Canisters, like I mentioned. This was also another one. This is where it was 5 items. Again, 5 items leaving. And I don't think there are any 5-item extracts in the new set, is there?
There's one. There's Spider Infected.
Oh, Spider Infected stays behind. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Terracin Canisters, I hadn't seen this one terribly often either, though.
Yeah, it just feels bad for so many people. It was only really Inhumans or Webs that could play it. And when you pick it up, everyone gets short move, and you're all maybe someone's getting poisoned. It's just negative, boring stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's gone.
Okay. The next one is Fear Grips, as we mentioned. Again, one that multiple stacks can happen on there.
Pull one out. Pull one out for hammers.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
I am ready.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
There we are.
Yeah. Next one's Montesi formula.
Yeah. Why do you think this one went away? Just because they had to dump one? Because otherwise it fits in the philosophy, or they didn't want any more E streets, maybe?
I think it's the E shape. Yeah, because it's too dependent on prio, right? Like, whoever wins prio grabs the middle one, and then they go up on extracts. And I guess in this new world where you're rolling prio multiple times, it's a bit of a feels bad, right?
I agree.
So maybe that's why.
Do you think Deadly Legacy Virus is the same reason why that's leaving?
Maybe. Yeah. I actually didn't realize that one was leaving. But yeah, I mean, maybe the bonus VP thing's a bit odd. It's like only really Kingpin benefits from it, right?
No, this is the one where you can assemble them into 6 VPs. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So like
because the Kingpin can pass them around. Yeah.
So take that out of it. It's kind of like it's just an extract. There's 3 of, and no one really cares about passing them around. So it's sort of I understand why it's gone.
Okay, cool. So let's see what extracts are actually remaining. So, I'm looking at the list here. Guardian saves Shi'ar Empress in style.
That's a secure.
That's a secure. Sorry. Oh, I see. I'll just do this. No, I want to make sure I'm doing this right.
You are lost. You are so whiskied up.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm on the wrong... I was on the entirely wrong channel.
You're looking at Shatterpoint. What's going on?
It's Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint. Okay. Extracts. Alien ship stays. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alien ship stays. Inhumans deploy advanced weaponry. Everybody loves that one, actually. So that's
a nice, fair one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jailbreak technically was here before, right?
Yeah, I'm going to leave that as a new one, though.
Yeah.
Senators stays, which I found very... Yeah, what do you think about that one?
I'm really happy about that.
Why? Tell me.
I just think it's... I'm happy because I'm a Crisis player, and I think it favors Crisis players, but then also having like a single move, you can only move once with it, means the attrition players have a chance to catch up. I just think it's interesting, and having that many extracts on the table is cool. I'm personally a fan. It's probably on the more extreme side of things on extracts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who likes them? I mean, what factions? I mean,
Webs, X-Men.
Yeah.
Anyone who can go super wide.
Yeah. Okay.
Toad. Just Toad on his own. Just loves them.
And then lastly, Scrolls. Scrolls is staying, which is similar to...
I love Scrolls. Yeah.
Yeah. Spider Infected, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Unexpected Guests. Unexpected Guests, is that the one that was just 2 points on it?
No, it's 4, and they're like quite far away from you. You have like 2 quite safe.
Ah, okay, yes. 2
it's
close
the same
to
as
you.
Spider Infected, but without a middle one.
One of them, yes, right.
And it stops you from running away. If you're like in the power phase, if you're far away from a secure, you get pushed towards one. So it feels quite fair and nice.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, are you getting any kind of theme so far from the ones that have been left behind?
Fair. I think it's the theme. I mean, Cube massively favored healing teams. Terrigen massively favored Inhumans and Webs. I think there was Hammers. They're all quite distorted. They were like clear, if you're going to play Hammers, you want to do this strategy. So I think they're losing those in favor of some new stuff, which we'll have to figure out and break by this time next year.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I think that there's quite a bit of variety, I think, of the old extracts that were left behind. I mean, it's 3 points. I'm looking at how many points you can earn. 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, 5 points again, another 4-pointer, and 6 points. So,
yeah, I've got it all here. So the points, I've got a fancy spreadsheet that Pat Dunford made. I hope he doesn't mind me using it.
Ooh, where is it?
It's in my DMs.
Oh.
So I'll have to just relay it to you. Basically, the overall points are pretty similar for all the extracts that are on offer. So sorry, yeah. But yeah, oh no, I'm lying. So the points for extracts in the previous rotation, there were some high scoring ones. So like Struggle for the Cube, Terrigen Canisters. You had Spider Infected and Senators, which have stayed, but Cubes and Terrigen have gone. They were 5-point extracts. So we found that when you won the first prior roll, some teams were choosing their extracts because it dictated the pace of the game a lot more. Pat came on and explained this really well on one of our Patreon episodes. And that's been flattened out a little bit now on the extract side. So there are less of those extremes available.
Gotcha. Okay. That's
on the extract side, though. But on the secure side, it's a different story.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's go and talk through the the new extracts that have come out. So Jailbreak is one of them. This is the one that we've been testing out, so to speak, for the last few months. The AMG dropped us early. This is where you have a pretty wide box of 4 of them. And this is where when you pick it up, it actually is kind of, you have to think of it as kind of a secure, because the place where you pick it up from stays the same. That doesn't move, but you kind of get the prisoner. You could drop it and be given it, somebody else could pick it up if you get dazed, all that kind of stuff. But once the cleanup phase happens after you score, all the prisoners that you picked up, hence the extracts, kind of get put back into the cell where they started from. So it's constantly resetting where you have to pick them up from.
Yeah, I'm seeing some interesting like token solutions for this.
Yeah?
My advice to the community now that source extracts are everywhere is everybody bring your extract tokens, please, to events, because basically what you want to do is like me and you are playing. I'll put my extracts down to measure them. Then when one of us picks them up, we'll put a little damage token on the extract on the map, and then you pick up one of your tokens from the scoreboard, basically. Yeah, come on. So everyone bring extract tokens, and it makes sources way easier to track.
That's a really good way to do it. I like that. Very good. Also, I would recommend bringing a little blue tack or something with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you don't want to nudge these things. And furthermore, it's even more important for the certain kind of secures that have a arc kind of in it, which we'll come to. But having a little blue tack in means that you can kind of tap down the token onto the board without it moving.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Worth shouting out for Jailbreak as well. These extracts are the closest to your deployment than anything. Any other extract in the game. They're only 5 away. Every other extract that's close is like 5-2 away. Mm-hmm. So don't know what that means. It means you basically need someone to stand at the back, or a couple people to stand at the back to pick these up every round. Mm-hmm. But we've all been playing it for a while now. People have probably got a vague idea of how it works. Yeah, but babysitting it is kind of a good point, though. Actually. They play like other secures, which are interesting. I think it makes turret characters and hit and run characters a lot more interesting. Because being able to sort of go off and do something and then come back without wasting too much of an action to pick up the extract is important now. And some secures are close enough to these extracts that you could sit between the 2 points and do double duty, basically. Yes. Yeah, that's the dream. Yeah. I've played a few games with Domino who stood between a secure and an extract and hasn't moved all game, just pistoling people. That's the dream. That's amazing. Yeah. So the tricky part about this one, though, is if you end your activation holding one of these things within 5 of a battlefield edge and not within 1 of the cell where you picked it up from, you drop it when you finish your activation. Mm-hmm. And the weird thing about that is it's a bit of a gotcha. If you forget and you're in a tournament kind of situation, your opponent might be nice to remind you about it, or they may not, and you end up dropping it. And I think you just have to accept that. Yeah, you got to be careful with it. The rule of thumb is just be inside the box. Be inside the box of the 4, and you'll be fine. But yeah, good luck remembering it. First few times you may mess this up. Yeah. Are you a fan of takebacks? Takebacks in tournaments? Yeah. Oh, that's a loaded question. Depends who I'm playing. I know some people won't give me one, so I won't give them one. But my thing is like intention. Like I think that if you go, because also you can tell when someone's playing quickly, right? Like sometimes they're like, okay, well, there's nothing else to do this round, so I'm just going to run here, pick up that, move here. And I'm like, you've sped up for the sake of like us having more fun, and you've made a mistake because of that. So I think you should be able to take it back. There's but I'm new to wargaming, right? When I first started, I used to ask people this like etiquette stuff all the time. Sure. After every game, I'd have another etiquette question. So yeah, I think it's just when in doubt, be safe and nice. Yeah. Yeah. I will literally tell my opponent what I'm doing as far as trying to get myself set up to flip a point. I'm going to do this, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to do that. Yeah. And I do all that, and I put my activation token on, and I'm like, I'm done. And they're like, didn't you want to try to flip the point? I was like, yes. I did say all that, didn't I? You said it, you shouldn't do it. She's like, I'll get around to it. Yeah, exactly. Don't rush me, kid. Okay. All right. Now we get into a new one. This one is called Evidence of Experimental Soldiers Exposed. Also, if you want to recap all these, go to SG Protocols. Soren, the German, has kindly kind of reviewed all these and also made suggestions for nicknames of them. Oh, cool. Nice. Helpfully, yeah. I believe this one he's suggesting to be called Evidence. If you can call it up while we're talking, you can confirm me. This is a 19th threat extract, and it is along the horizontal midline of the map. So it's kind of set up like alien ship with 3 different points. And these are sources again. So this is the kind where you pick it up, you can't you can't do it again, basically, for that round. So let me read what it says. So basically, there's server tokens, apparently. Each one is worth 1 VP.
when you interact with the server, you flip the server. Well, okay, they're telling you to flip the server because they're giving you tokens that have, it looks like a filled up cup on one side and then an empty cup on the other, which does make sense. But as we were just explaining, that means constantly moving these things around, which in a tournament situation is not great. So instead, you could just use a separate thing and put a little damage marker next to it to say that it's been exhausted.
Yeah, I put down affiliation tokens as well, just like it's a pay to flip. And it's just kind of nice to be like, oh, I picked that one up, I remember,
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then, so flip the server and pick up an evidence from it. Evidences are limited. Limited just means you can only hold one at a time. Is that right?
Yes, that's a new keyword that's in the core rulebook now. So limited just means only ever hold one.
Okay. A character cannot interact with the server while it's holding an evidence. So basically, you can't try to pick up another one if you already have one. But when you're holding an evidence, when you're attacked, you can reroll one of your defense dice. And then, of course, at the end of the cleanup phase, you have to return all the evidences back to their servers.
Yeah, so you score it. You upload it, technically, according to that card,
upload
which
it.
is cool.
Yeah.
But yes, you score it, and then they'll go back to where they were.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It's not quite Alienship, I've just realized. It's 4 in, so it's a little bit closer.
Okay. Sure.
But it's practically the same. But yeah, interesting. It's a fighty shape, right? It's bringing you back to the midline every round, but you get a defensive reroll. And that's a theme that we'll see in this pack is I think they've really nailed the kind of like, fighty shape, but defensive effect,
Yeah.
So that's quite cool. And this is the first one of those. So yeah, I like this. I think this is a fighty person's extract, right? I'm not going anywhere near this.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. These double ability type of extracts, though, are tricky in my eyes. People would often forget the few that we had now and what they could do. Like, for instance, and it could be because they're not good, but, Montesi and Books used to be able to, you could use the beams.
Yeah.
Notably, it's usually the grunts that enjoyed using those beams because the grunts would not have as good attacks as the beam.
I didn't even think about that, yeah. Yeah, you forget about those all the time. There's the scientific samples. You get a power when you roll a skull.
Yeah.
I never remember that.
No.
And I play Beast, who's like the best character in the game to hold one of those, and I forget that. Yeah.
So I hope, since there's so many of them, they will become a little bit more ingrained as to think about the other half of the thing, so to speak. It's just not scoring.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But, free reroll for every defense die roll, it sounds really good.
Yeah. It's mini spider sense. And then on those characters that have spider sense, they have extra spider sense.
Oof.
So,
oh Lord,
yeah, it's cute. Defense reroll is fine. I play X-Men, right? So I get a Storm Leadership reroll, and it comes off 50% of the time. It feels like so. This just adds another one of those. Yeah, it's cool. It's not going to be game changing,
Okay, going on to the next one. It's Sentinel Schematics Sabotaged.
Soren suggests we call this schematics.
Schematics. Okay, Soren, we'll do that. This is 17 threat. And you're putting it on a very narrow box shape. So 4 points in a box that's quite close together. And these are sources again. And you get 1 VP for each nanite that you hold. So when you interact with it... So by the way, by interacting means that you have to pay a power as well, right?
Every time, yeah.
So this means that the power economy changes because... Well, extracts should cost you a power pickup. Yeah,
Yeah, the power economy changes over the course of a game because when you grab an extract round 1, you then have to pay again round 2 to get it.
Right.
So I find my Toad is struggling a little bit on these because it's like he'll grab an extract round 1, he'll hide round 2, so then in round 3 he has 2 power, so he can move, hop. But he's got to pick up a source every round now, so he can't do that anymore. So there's going to be a lot of characters that don't function the way they used to if they have to grab a source every round, which is interesting. Yes, agreed. That's a really good point, especially like Toad, because I do find myself in the same situation where he's just about getting enough power each time to continue doing his job. And here now, he wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here you interact with the source, you get the nanite, you can't interact with another source while you're holding one. But when you're holding it, if you attack a character within 2, you add 1 die to the attack roll. So this is the new hammers. New hammer. Except people that you don't have to remember about the tax. There's no tax. There is no tax. Yeah, you have to pick it up. You have to remember that it's only range 2. So no more like gunline hammers, which is probably a good thing. Yes. And you can only hold 1. So no more Hulk holding 3 of these. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's great.
I like these changes a lot, actually.
Yeah. The shape's interesting because it is quite tight together, but like you can imagine this paired with a DMAP, it actually becomes quite a rotate-friendly extract, right? Because I'll happily go and grab one of these extracts and then run back to a point, you know?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But if this is on like a wedding party, you know, then this is really fighty, you know?
Oh, God,
you're staying near the secure in the middle and also having to grab these, and then you're going to be using the range to attack quite often. And yeah, it's interesting. I like it as an improvement to hammers. It's a shame the shape has changed, but I understand why for sure.
You know, I feel like hit and run characters' stock has just gone up. Because they could be here, they could do an attack, pick up one of these things, and then hit and run for their second attack out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
They lose it, of course, but then next round, then they can move up, grab it, and then theoretically do another hit and run to get back out.
Run away. Yeah. Cyclops buff is what I'm hearing. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, nice one. What about...
you're right to like, it values turrets as well, right? For a similar reason. Characters that don't mind sitting on one of these points and just picking up every round.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like an Ultron or
Doctor
a Bastion.
Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah, that's a good point. And Bastion, you know, range 4 guns who are like, I'm going to stand here. You know, Bastion can grab this, shoot you twice, and then teleport backwards. You know, it's pretty cool. It's interesting. I hope we start seeing more characters. My heart just sank because I realized that Shang-Chi's also good at this. Because he can just charge one of them, hit you with it, and then, oh God, Shang-Chi just needs to go in the bin. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting.
He is unlikely to survive the June update, I think.
Maybe.
Ooh, here's the tricky question for you. Let's do a sidebar. When are the new character updates going to drop? Considering this is legal, theoretically, like legal. It's like people are playing it now, is what I'm trying to say. But, you know, it's officially legal. That's it. The 12th of June.
12th of June. I'd love it if the character updates dropped then. Just like, hey guys, new rotation and every character's different now.
Yeah.
How cool would that feel? It'd feel like a 2.0 had been released, you know?
I don't see why not. I mean, why not to delay it unless there's a production reason to delay it for some reason, you know, because they haven't put the PDF together yet or something like that. But yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It's going to be a big day. Take the day off. Kids, book it now. Okay, next one. Help me out. It is called Salvage Supplies Fuel Resistance Efforts. What's the recommendation?
Soren suggesting supplies.
Supplies.
Supplies, webhead.
This is 18 threat, this guy. Oh gosh, this only comes with two supply tokens.
Oh.
It looks like wedding party orientation, but on a diagonal around the midpoint rather than just left and right of the midpoint of the whole map.
Yeah, you're not too far off. Yeah.
Yeah?
It's closer together than wedding party.
Okay. But still, it's that sort of idea, but it's on a diagonal for some reason. Which also means that table edge now will become a little bit more important because one of these is closer to you and the other is not.
No, but man, you need to lay off the whiskey. If you switch table edge, there'll be one close to you as well. The other side.
No, but it'd be the other side. It'd be the other side of you. So one's on the right. Like the closest one's always on the right. So if there's some horrible piece of terrain.
Oh, the terrain. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, sorry. You dog. You thought I should have explained myself.
That one's closer. I want that one. I'm going to switch sides. And then you get there and you're like, wait, that one's closer. I want to switch sides.
All right. I give you half credit because I didn't mention the fact that I was thinking about terrain, but didn't bother to mention it. That's true. Okay. Right. So that's the orientation. They score, as you can imagine, these things score you 2 VPs each instead of just 1. And then, here's the fun one. So you can only pick this one up if you have a non-grunt ally standing within 2 of it. Right?
Yeah. No, they have to be contesting it.
Okay. It's contesting, so that means within 1 of it. Sorry, within 1 of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to have a friend within 1 of it before then a second person can come up and pick it up.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so I've played this more than I've played the rest of them. And the theme that I've got in my head to help me remember how this rule works is, imagine it's like a sofa and you need your friend to be there to like get their arms under it first.
Right.
So they're like, okay, I'm ready, and you go get it. And then they help you get it on your shoulder. Right. And once it's on your shoulder, you've like stabilized and you're like, hey, I got it. I got it. I don't need your help anymore. Then you can walk away, right?
Got it.
So you walk away, but you have to stay within 2 of an ally. So yeah.
Oh, right. So that's what it says. When a character that is holding supplies ends his activation, if it is not within 2 of another ally character, it drops those supplies.
Yeah. So then the analogy goes further, where like, imagine you've just given me a sofa, right? And I've gone, I got it. You'd still be following me for a little bit afterwards, right? With your hands under to be like, are you sure? Are you sure? That's the end of my activation. Once that's happened, no one needs to be around me. I've definitely got it then. So once I've got the extract, I'm like, I got it. Then all my friends can leave me. And even if I'm outside of 2, I hold on to the extract.
This, I feel, is a little bit of a Rubik's Cube for people to try to keep a track of all this, you know?
Yeah. It's
interesting though, right? Because
I love it, yeah.
You could have the first person helping you, not the second person. In other words, like theoretically, you have to have somebody within 1. That's clear. But then you could like double long away from it once you've picked it up, so long as you're going towards another friend.
Yeah.
That you end up within 2 of it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's really interesting stuff you can do. So like they're 5-3 up, which is basically the home scroll. So a medium base, medium move can move up in 1 move. So you could put, your first activation, you go put someone standing next to it, they're contesting it. Your second activation, the medium base moves up, picks it up because their friends contesting. Then they can move back to the deployment line, and they can be within 2 of someone on the deployment line.
Yes, got it.
Super safe grabbed it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm determined. I think X-Men have some sauce on this, and I'm determined to break this like Wakandan Herb got broken. And I think there's some stuff you can do. It's not that easy because you can't, to me, my X-Men, anyone to be into contesting with it. But it's certainly interesting. And Shield probably have some stuff on here too, because they have Shield Mobile and Sit Rep. They can move people. So yeah, I think, Emma Frost in X-Men can move up next to it, and then Headmistress a medium base up to then be contesting it. So she can pick it up like with only
no
one
way. No way. Does she have enough power to do all that?
With first class, yeah. So you double move, you pay your 1 to Headmistress a medium base up to it, then you pick up with first class. You've picked it up before the opponent's gotten to react. So it's interesting. I don't know how good that is though, because like, wow, I grabbed an extract with only 1 activation. And then your opponent goes, they put someone next to their extract, then you go, you put someone on that extract, and then they go and pick it up themselves anyway, your opponent. So it's like, I haven't really gone up there, But I think there's sneaky stuff you can do here, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
Love it.
There's also, one more sneaky thing, there's also the grunts. So grunts don't count as contesting it, right? But they can pick it up. So you can move someone onto it, anyone, they go contest it. Then you can move the Nick Fury grunts up, they grab it. They're a medium base, medium move, so they can grab it quite easily. Then they can move back. And if they move back and they're not within 2 of anyone, they then drop it, but they choose where it drops. So you can then drop it on your deployment line for someone else to grab it, which is a gimmick. I don't think it's that good, but it's interesting, right? There's going to be some weird stuff you can do with this.
Yeah. The question is if it's all worthwhile is the question. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is clear is that you need somebody tanky, presumably, to be the one that goes up to be the helper, right? Because they're sat on the midline for 1 round against the rest of your
depending on which one you go for, right? If you go for your home one, they can be pretty safe.
Yeah, true.
If you're on the home side of your home extract, you're essentially like a toad distance away from the midline, so you're quite safe.
Okay.
So yeah, it's interesting. I think you'll see attrition teams potentially playing this because you can send someone off to go and contest your opponent's one. And it's like, right, so now you're not going to pick that up because if you go and contest it, I'll just pick it up. Now you need to come and contest the one closest to me. And then you just put a bunch of killers in front of it.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of force them to go towards you. Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's interesting. I think this is the one that's most likely to break. We'll
what's
find
nasty?
some horrible thing to do in it.
Is you could, as the opponent, once they put their helper up first, when you respond, is there a character that can pull that person off of the point? And you mess up their...
Ghost Spider. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Enchantress. There's a bunch of people that could just walk up and be like, nah, you're not on there anymore. Right? So it's like already punishing that you can't pick up with your first activation. Now you can't pick up with your third.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, I think there's going to be certain characters that just, me and some friends were trying to like break this the other day and we come up with some cool stuff. But then we realized that, as soon as you go into like anyone who's playing MCP, they'll have something that can just completely counter it. All you have to do is move one person and the whole plan falls apart. So
yes, it's so cool. Now, unlike the ones we've been talking about, these things will continue to move around the table. So even though we're talking all those gimmicks, after that, those gimmicks don't count. It's just a general scrum of the rest of the battle.
Yeah, so when I played this, Toad grabs it, and then Toad has it for the rest of the game. Because all he has to do is just double move and stand next to a friend, and he's held onto it. So
Right.
I think it gets a little bit egregious. It reminded me of old Alien Ship, where there was only one extract and it got you 2 VPs. So you were just like, this character just isn't going to play the game anymore because he's going to hold this point. So I'm worried it will get a bit like that, but we'll see.
But I have faith in Ben. Ben's the man.
Yes, this is definitely the fairest version of this we've seen.
Yeah. One more bit to it for the Steelers out there. When supplies would be moved to another character, they are dropped instead. So you can't, Black Cat doesn't get it automatically. She can pick it back up again, provided she has a helper within one of it.
Yeah. So you steal it, you make them drop it to in between your Black Cat and someone else on your team, and then she can pay a 4th power to pick it up.
Correct. That's how that would work.
It's basically a lot more awkward to steal this, which is good, as it should.
You know who doesn't mind this as much is Rhino, because he didn't actually pick it up anymore.
He never picked it up.
Yeah. He never picked it up. Okay. Fun. Good work, Jai. AMG. Next one. Surprise assault. Mutants' homes destroyed. Again, anti-mutant gang. I mean, come on.
No, we're saving mutants on this.
Oh, that's good.
I actually really like this. The theme of this. You're
are we buying them like council housing? Is that what it is?
You're saving them from burning houses.
Okay, we don't want that. What's the name? What are we going to call this one?
Soren suggests we call this surprise assault.
Surprise assault. He went with 2 words this time.
Could be surprise, couldn't it?
Yeah, just surprise. Okay. It's only 16 threat, this one. And we'll come back to the threat numbers in a minute. Here, you're going to be placed... Oh, this is the wild one. It kind of looks like scrolls, but... not scrolls. The other one. Advanced weaponry.
I think you're right.
Scrolls?
I think, it's Inhumans. If Inhumans weaponry and scrolls had a baby.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. The way I see this is it's a bunch of scrolls, because if you learn the weird like home scroll measurement, which is like medium base, medium move can get there in 1 move, small base, long move can get there in 1 move. Like if you learn that, it's basically 4 scrolls.
Yes,
on the board.
So 2 on your side, kind of offset to the left, and then your opponents are further away from you and offset to the right a little bit, but all close to the center line, just like the scroll, the home scroll is set up. Okay. Here you score 1 VP for each of them. And how it works, this is another source one. So you go up to it, you interact with it, you flip it, and you gain the mutant. You pick up the mutant, the Morlock that was inside there, on the flaming house.
Yep.
You can't do that more than once if you're holding one. And then during the cleanup phase, remove all the mutants from the game and flip each exhausted haven. So if you're playing mutants, you lose the game all right at the end.
Yeah, remove all mutants, all your characters just die.
They just go away. No more mutants. It worked. So basically we're making jokes. It's basically just a simple one, actually, to be honest with you. It's simple. There's no second half of the extract or anything like that. They just go back to their source.
Yeah, I saw an argument from Vincent Kirchhoff that they should have just announced source extracts with this one.
It's more straightforward, is it?
Yeah,
because it doesn't have the second half of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I like, the shape is very interesting. I played one of the best games MCP ever on this shape with a DMAP. Because rotating around these is really interesting. You can often put your characters like in positions where they can move. They can get 1 move to either 2 extracts, which is really cool. Because it means that when if your opponent has prio and they pick up the one you wanted to get, you go and grab the other one and then rotate back to a secure. So I actually really like the shape of this. It's brilliant.
All right, so I'm going back to the Jarvis's Protocol crisis list, reminding myself of the old ones that are still going to be in the game. And what I'm struck about, first of all, is the variety, the shape and point variety, and the things that there's a lot of differences here compared to the current pack. What do you think?
As in the new rotation?
Yeah, the new rotation. If you count the old ones that are included, plus these 5 new ones that we just talked about.
Yeah.
The variety is substantial. I mean, sure, we just talked about a lot of sources, but that's 4 out of the 12, so a third or like that.
Yeah, the shapes, there's not much doubling up on shapes, which I quite like.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that means that they kind of all squash into an average, though. And like for the most part, it's just, is it a midline or is it a spread one?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that the other thing is there is quite a few that are rather centrally located, especially the sources where you're constantly having to hover around them. But even still, Scrolls is still center, Alien is center, Senators is center. So there's a lot of centers. So far, I feel like this is requiring a lot of cooperation and also a lot of hardy characters to be able to deal with being in the center of the scrum all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument against, because if it's a source extract, you want them to like dip in and dip out every round.
Yeah.
So fast characters might be better, because like tanky characters don't matter so much because they don't have to hold on to it for so long.
Yes.
You know? Like,
I see.
When I see source extracts, I'm thinking Toad. Like, he runs in, grabs a thing, runs off, and you don't go anywhere near him. But like if you have like a Colossus holding one, sure, he's tanky, you can hold on to it, but like he doesn't need to hold on to it for very long. It's just the end of the round will do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. It's a whole new world. Who knows? We're at the very start of it,
Yeah. Okay. Last thing we're going to talk about is the threat numbers on here. I unfortunately have the numbers only for the entire set added together, but I'm going to go through these really quickly. Looks like there's 2 20s. There are 2 19s.
I can tell you quicker on my list.
You have it.
Two 18s. There's 5 17s and 1 16.
Yeah.
So there's 2 of everything, but except 1 16 and 5 17s.
Yeah. So, clearly 17 is meant to be kind of the base level game.
Yeah,
Still.
People have always said that MCP was designed around 17 threat, right?
Yeah. 16 is not as favored, and that's, I think, everybody's also agreed with that. Player base. It feels like 16 is the best way to game of the game, and the rest is a nice spread. Essentially, it's interesting that they didn't do more on the higher level. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it gets harder to balance up there, right? You got Web Warriors suddenly go 7 wide. It gets a bit awkward. Yeah, I don't know. I know that they've spoken on other podcasts about going like experimenting with higher, like 21, 22 threat.
Yep.
Seems pretty scary to me, but maybe we'll see it one day and can try that out.
Let's take a look at the threat numbers for the secures. Let's jump ahead a little bit because I want to compare what it looks like when you look at both sides. Okay, do you have that stat there too?
The secures, yeah. So we have 1 16, 5 17s, 2 18s, 1 19, and 3 20s. So it's basically exactly the same as the extracts, except one of the 19s becomes a 20.
Yeah. I mean, and in fact, if you're looking at this for discussion purposes, it's essentially identical, right?
Yeah.
They're mirrors of one another. So I guess my point is I'm trying to think of like, when you have the extract and the secure on the table, you get to pick the threat value. A lot of times you're probably not going to have much of a choice because the chances are that you're going to be double 17s, right?
Yeah.
But so think about that a lot. After that, though, it's kind of like dealer's choice almost. You could have almost any other number.
Yeah, you can still avoid 16, which is key.
Yes, that's right.
Because in the old rotation, all the 16s were extracts. So you might, you can't avoid it that much, but you'll be presented with 2 cards, and one could be 16, but then you just pick the other one.
Yeah.
So you still don't need a plan for 16, unless there are crises that you're terrified of, But I feel like we've lost the extreme crises, and we're about to go over the most extreme ones, I think, in the secures.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I don't know much about this pack, but I feel like this is a much fairer world.
Yes, the balance seems to be very strong here.
I think so.
But it
don't
is
quote
kind
us
of
on that when something breaks in a month.
It is interesting to wonder how the designers decide which threat number to give each card.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing on this like the big scary. It's more in the secures, but the big scary kind of fighty maps and rules have higher threat, so they're avoiding the research station problem, right? Where it was low scoring and 15 threat. So it's interesting. You'll see some of that in the secures.
That's it, though. I think you're right. The designers are probably looking at it and saying, "Okay, how do we help balance this for the other person?" And one way they could do it is by giving it a higher threat value as well, so that you don't have that problem for the attrition problem.
On rare occasions, I would play research station at 20 threat. I got lucky, and it felt fine. 20 threat webs on research station, they kind of love it. But it was when it compounded, right? Research on 15, it was awful.
So this gives the person picking the threat the agency to try to make it unattractive by hopefully picking a different threat number. But as we said, 17 is going to be the main one.
Yeah, as it probably always will be.
Yeah, which is fine. That's just how the game is designed. It's all good.
Yeah.
Right, let's turn to the secures. What's leaving? Cosmic Invasion. So this is that D-shape, pay to flip one. No, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, this is a secure you get pushed around on in the power phase.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm surprised this lasted the last year, to be honest. This heavily favors webs and X-Men a little bit. Because you get pushed, you gain your 2 power, you don't care because you just web swing back in.
Yeah.
And every other team is like, oh my God, I've been pushed off. I've basically been staggered.
Yep.
You know, I'm so surprised this hasn't been gotten rid of sooner. I love it, but that's because I'm a Crisis player. So yeah, that's gone.
Yep. Then there's Deadline to Destruction. That's leaving.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know. This seemed like a fair one. It's a small diamond, 4 points. It's got that fun mechanic where you could try to force people to either take a damage or drop their extract.
Yeah. I don't hate this.
No, it's 16 threat. Maybe that's why it died.
Yeah, that's true. It played more like a DMAP than you'd think. But with like an attrition rule to it. I quite like it. I think you're right. I think it's the threat that's killed it here.
Yeah. Then we have Mayor Fisk.
Get in the bin. God.
Yeah, no one liked this one except teams that were specifically teched for it.
Yeah, except teams that brought stun immune characters. This sucked. Get rid of it. I never want to see it again.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
16 threat on the fightiest shape we've ever seen. Horrible.
True. Riot Spark, though, a core box favorite, gone.
Yeah, this is sad. Sad, but exceptionally well called by AMG. This had to go.
Because of Crims.
Because of everyone. Anyone that plays Lizard or Crims or Hellfire, old Hellfire, but like Rhino running around healing himself, Lizard with healing factor healing himself on 2 of them. Like, awful. Like, so strong. And I'm going to play as much of it as I can until the 12th of June.
Intrusions got taken off the board. This is a midline secure nobody liked.
Mate,
you're fighting.
I would love to cash in my once a year swear word on this podcast for this. Get rid of this secure. This is the worst. I can't believe this was still allowed in the last year. It's just a complete, like, no one takes move actions. We're all just going to punch each other until someone gives up.
Yeah, until the dice say who wins.
Yeah, the worst secure. Yeah. This doesn't get nearly as much hate as it deserves.
True.
So yeah, get out of here.
All right, and the last one that's leaving is Mcron, the one that everyone claimed they played the best on, and and somehow nobody really did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pay to flip. It's the fair pay to flip, right? Where you just roll it. It's 50-50. It's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's the pay to flip rule that people like, right? Because if it's uncontested, you get it. And then you just roll a 50-50. So, yeah, I think that means I don't think we have a new secure to replace that.
Yeah.
So there's no more of that, which is a shame. So there is still plenty of chances to fail an uncontested pay to flip, which is one of the worst feelings in the game.
Yeah. But I could see this one staying too. Not sure. I'm not saying it was a mistake or anything, but I was just saying I'm not sure why it was.
Yeah, it was really popular too, right?
Picked. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, everyone thought they were the best on it, and everybody else was like, no, they're not. And then you're like, well, somebody's wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's gone. All right. It even has a 19 threat. It's a decent threat number. So
yeah,
who knows? Okay, they're out. So what's left of the old school ones that are left? We have Deadly Meteors. This is that weird 3-point pay to flip. That's odd.
Deceptively fighty, that one.
Yes, agreed. And scary because you can damage yourself if you roll a skull when you try to pay to flip. Guardian saves Shi'ar Empress in style. So this one is a weird one. It's a pay to flip, but it's with the 3 dice, and you just looking to see if you have more successes than healthy enemy characters on the point.
Yeah, I love this one. I think that if you added the rule of like you automatically get uncontested pay to flips, I think this would be the most perfect pay to flip in the game. That's how I would. If I was in charge, I'd have everyone just rolls 3 dice and you get uncontested flips because no one feels bad on this really. But yeah, I like this. It's a good shape. It's like Mutant Madman, but a bit closer.
Infinity Formula sticks around.
Yeah, fan favorite.
Yeah, fan favorite.
Everyone's favorite intro game, Secure.
I particularly don't like it. I'm one of those guys who don't like it. I just don't like the 2-quarter kind of system. I can rotate really well on diamond shapes. I'm really into innate knowledge of how to do that somehow. But the 2/4 one, I can't manage to get across somehow in sensible ways. But everyone else loves it, so there we are.
Just more power. More power means more fun.
Yeah. Lockdown. Now, this one I like. This is the one where it's 4 points, but 1 point gets shut off in the box. It's a box. And I liked it, but that was playing APOC, and I had lots of mobile characters, so maybe that's why. But it's a rotation. It's kind of a rotating secure.
And big time,
This is the weird one as well, where you can be within 2 of a point and still contest it. So everyone acts like Toad, sort of, which makes it fighty because you don't have to move around very much and still be able to contest stuff.
Yeah, it's quite fun. I quite like it.
I do too.
I would like to see more of this secure range 2 thing in the future. I think it's really interesting.
But being on a small box, the range 2 makes it really interesting because you can't really pushing people doesn't work as well here.
Yeah,
off the points.
Yeah, exactly. It reminds me of Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint you can test from range 2, and all of their pushes are range 1. So you often have to like double or triple push someone off a point. Yeah, it's really interesting. Nebula loves this one too, right? Because everyone's contesting from everywhere, so Nebula gets full rerolls. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yep. Okay, then Mutant Madman stays put. Yay, X-Men.
Love it. Love it.
B shape with peta flips on the ends. Superpower Scoundrels. Why did this stick around? This is the Criminal Syndicate special.
Yeah. Crimson Webs love it, right?
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
I don't know why this stuck around.
Yeah.
This could have gone. I would have kept this and I would have gotten rid of this and kept Mcron.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think it would have meant that there were 5 peta flips or 6 peta. I don't know. I haven't analysed it close enough. But yeah, Scoundrels staying is strange to me. But I mean, if it's between Riots and Scoundrels, right? Riots has to go. Yeah. For the Crisis team secure.
Okay. And the last one that stays is Wedding Party, which is like the more fun, fair Fisk.
Yeah. On our last year's Crisis episode, we thought this would replace Fisk because it seems like a Fisk that doesn't hurt everyone that touches it.
Yeah. So it's sticking around.
I'm fine with this. It's got 20 threat. It's a fighty shape, but with 20 threat, which I really love. That's just a nice balance.
Yep. Yeah, I'm happy with this one too. It sounds good. All right. Now we're going to move on to the new ones. Yay! The first one is one that we just talked about, Lockdown. Sorry, I should have mentioned that is one of the new ones. Technically, it's just we've been playing with it because it got previewed. So I'm going to move on from that to the next one. What does Soren call this one? X-Men Infiltrate Secret Weapons Facility.
Yeah, an X-Men themed secure.
What's the nickname?
Oh, good question. Soren says weapon facility. Please don't call it X-Men.
Okay,
that would be confusing. Facility. I guess because we've got Guardians, right? We call that Guardians, and there's a team called Guardians. I guess that's confusing. So yeah, weapon facility.
This is a 17 threat one. It's a narrow diamond shape. And this is one of the ones where the tokens are not only secures, but also have this 90-degree wedge, which is like an arc.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the central line of the diamond, like directly across from you, is the one on your side is pointing in.
Don't try and describe this, Norbert. This is crazy podcast content. Just go look at the picture.
Look at the picture. Anyway, the arcs point in the middle and they point outwards on the outside. The point is that the arcs do stuff, and ultimately you're able to kind of turn these arcs. And this is where I was saying about the blue tack. It comes into handy because when you've then move these secures, which we'll talk about, you can also orient them so the arc is facing a certain way, and you would want to kind of keep that stable during the first game. If that gets nudged, it can be kind of annoying for the game state. Again, only in competitive circumstances. Yeah. So there's 4 of them, each worth 1 point. Okay, you can interact with them. When you do, roll dice equal to the character's energy defense. If it rolls more crits, wilds, and hits than the number of healthy characters, enemy ones on that are also contesting it, you now control it. So it's a pay to flip.
It's energy pay to flip.
Energy pay to flip. Then during the score VPs part, if a player controls 2 more grids that have at least 1 enemy character in their arc, that player scores an additional VP. So what that's saying is that you look at all the ones that you own, you take a look at the arc that they control or describe. If you have at least 2 two of those grids and each have at least one enemy character each, then you get this bonus VP.
And in their arc, and arc is a capital A, and it is in the rulebook. And I have played this wrong every single time, because in the rulebook it now says an arc you need to be in range 3 of it.
Right. Now, is that from the center of it or just from the edge of it? Probably the edge.
Yeah, edge of it, yeah.
Okay,
so
why? Were you doing it infinitely? You didn't do okay.
Yeah. And then we were like, this is weird. Everyone scores the bonus point every time, because you basically can't help but be in the arc. But yeah, it's range 3. So I think that basically means that in round 1, it's very unlikely for someone to score the bonus point.
Okay. And yeah, because it has to be the ones that you own that the enemy has to also be within its arc.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then during the cleanup phase, each player places up to one grid they control within one of its current position. And again, when you place it within one, you can also change its orientation. Yeah. But interesting. So you only actually get to move one, despite how many you own.
Yeah. Weird, right?
That's different from a lot of these similar kind of ownership type mechanics. I don't know what to say about this one at all.
Yeah, I love it, but that might be my X-Men bias showing.
Yeah, it's a pay to flip, right? So there's that.
Yeah, it's a rotating pay to flip. Energy defense, so Storm's good on it. Beast is bad on it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's interesting. I think this is going to feel like Paranoia did, where it was like the game is won by the person that remembers the bonus VP rule.
Yeah.
So I've tried to practice it loads and loads because I really want to remember that rule. So yeah, and it's like, it's awkward because like you manage to displace someone, put them into the arc, and then you lose control out secure and doesn't count. You need to control 2 or more grids and they both need to have a character in their arc. So yeah, it's really tricky. And I think that games will be won on this by just scoring that bonus VP like twice, Yeah. So it's going to be a tricky one.
I agree. Next up is Power Overload. Not overloady, as some people might read that.
Yeah, the exclamation mark is a bit blurry. Soren is saying we should call this Overload.
Overload. Power Overload Factory goes up in flames, or Overload. This is 19 threat, secure. It has 4. Oh, this is that weird one. It's a sort of a diamond shape, sort of, except the left one and the right one are not on the midline, but rather offset from the midline a little bit. I guess in scroll. Is that a scroll?
Scroll land. Yeah.
Scroll land. Okay, nice. And there's 4 of them. You score 1 VP for each one. During the score VP part of the cleanup phase, if a player is securing 2 or more power conduits, and at least 2 of those power conduits are not within 5 of each other, that player scores 1 additional VP. So basically, I think that's what it's trying to say is that it's you have to score the ones that are across from one another to get that bonus VP.
If you look at the 2 secures on your side as your secures and the 2 as your opponents, you basically have to control one of your opponents, right, to be in a chance of getting the bonus VP. Yeah, exactly. And then lastly, during the cleanup phase for each power conduit, if 3 or more characters are within 1 of that power conduit, each of those characters suffer 1 damage. Just weird, right? You get punished for crowding a secure. Yeah,
exactly. And both parties do it. So don't come over here. You're going to trigger this. And they're like, well, I want the point. And they're going to...
Yeah. So I need to crowd this point so that I get it for the bonus VP. And then we all get hurt. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
So that's a fun one. I think this is going to be fun.
I think Kingpin's going to be good at this, and I think that Web's going to be good at this. Anyone that can comfortably dive a secure far away and displace people off it, they're going to just score a bunch of points. Because this is a 5-point secure, right?
Yeah, theoretically, yeah.
This is Scoundrels, but one of them's a bonus VP. So it's. I think this is a surprisingly crisis-friendly secure.
I believe this is also one of the secures where if you sit a large base person on your home deployment zone, your home secure is already secured. Is that right?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Like, you mean if you deploy a large base?
Yeah.
You start on that one, yeah.
Yeah, you start by, you're already securing it. If you want
that's
to.
a good point, actually. Yeah, you do.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Anything else on that one?
No. It's interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be more crisis than it seems.
Okay. Next one is called Survivors Search for a Safe Shelter.
Soren wants to call this Shelter.
Okay. It is 20 threats. And this is wild. This is really interesting. Some really experimental work here by Ben and the team. where it's only 3 shelters, so 3 secures. This time, Jamie, there is a difference on which side of the map you're on. No, it's the same. It's weird because there is, on your left-hand side, if you're looking at it from the bottom, there's one secure on the midline on your left, but on the right-hand side, there is one in scroll land on your side and a scroll land on your opponent's side. So it's definitely a asymmetrical shape. The first one that we've had that's asymmetrical. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Each one of those points is worth 1 VP, and when a character is contesting a shelter is targeted by an attack, one other allied character that is also contesting that shelter may spend a power. If it does, the defender adds 1 die to its defense roll. A character can add dice to its rolls, in this way only once per turn. So they're rather close together, but it's giving you that defense bonus. Again, sort of like what we saw on the extract side of things.
Yeah, it's that whole thing of like, it's an attrition shape with a defense rule on it.
Yeah. This one is more limited, though, because it only happens once. And it's
just the once. Yeah, it's a lane rule, I think.
I agree.
Like, it's whatever.
And you need a friend there, and they have to spend a power.
Yeah, it's adding defense dice is whatever. Like, it's my worst form of defense in this game. Pay 1 to add 1 once per turn is whatever.
Yeah.
20 threat, though. I like that it's kind of a fighty map with loads of threat, so everyone gets a chance to do their thing. I think that X-Force could be sneaky good at this, because Cable can already give out extra defense dice, and he can spend 1 on top of that with the secure to give out another defense dice. He tends to have a lot of power because he doesn't have a spender. No matter what anyone says, that spender doesn't exist. And annoyingly, probably like the whole Steve 1 Avengers bubble thing is probably going to be good on this, because you just put Shang-Chi there and you give him like a bunch of defense dice, or a cat bodyguards, and he gets a bunch of defense dice from various people. So I don't know. I'm worried it'll be boring.
Yes, agreed. Yes.
But 20 threat makes it a little bit spicy.
Okay. I just looked, the last 4, this one and the other 3 so far have all rather been quite tight on the table.
Yeah.
Jamie. I'm going to review the whole set in a moment to double check which ones are wide. But man, so far 4 out of these 5 are really tight scenarios.
Yeah.
Let's look at the last one then. This one is called Assault Ships Make Sweeping Search. 16 threat. What are we supposed to call this one?
Soren suggests assault ships. I think we should call it assault.
Assault. Okay.
Assault Lord.
Here's a different shape now. This is a weird one. How do you want to describe this? 4 points.
I don't. I want people to go to Jarvis Protocol and type in
at it.
assault ships and go look at it.
It's a rhomboid shape. I can tell you that.
Good. Yeah.
Rhomboid shape. 2 points are closer to you. 2 are 2 are in scroll land on your side, and 2 in scroll land on their side.
That's closer than a scroll.
Less close. Okay.
Yeah. So you can actually get there. Small base, medium move can get to your home point in 1 move.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Oh.
I haven't checked that, but I'm pretty sure about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but most importantly, Norbert, which side of the table do you want?
Well, I think one side's different than the other. Let's see. One's more to the left. Oh, no, wait. Again, we're making jokes, but it actually does make a difference if it's the terrain, depending on how the terrain is placed.
Yeah. The terrain map does matter.
Okay. And what happens here? You score 1 VP for each point you secure. Once per turn, when a character is attacking during its activation, if the defender is within 2 of a spotlight, the attacker may re-roll 1 of its attack dice. So the defender doesn't even have to be contesting it.
Yeah, within 2 is interesting, right? Because you could displace someone so they're off the point, but within 2 to then get the reroll into them. So I think you'll see some people doing some funky stuff with that.
Once per turn, anyway, not a lot, but again, try to remember this. But it's a small effect.
Yeah, I saw a game that was playing this next to me the other day, and it was a bunch of like double bubble guns.
Oh God!
And it was just horrific. Namor, Hawkeye, Zemo firing into these things with extra reroll and secure. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. I think that this being 16 threat means this is a very fighty secure, and the map is slightly spread out. Somewhat. Like I think the 2 diagonals aren't going to interact with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a fighty secure. There is 1 bonus secure which we need to talk about though, which isn't in that list. They brought back one of the old ones from last year.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it.
I forgot the name of it.
Strike Team? No, we saw
Strike Team sounds familiar.
Strike Team Secure Shield Relay.
Yeah. It's a secure, and it's my favorite secure in the new rotation. I loved playing Spider Portals. Oh, you've got weird Jarvis filters on.
Yeah, the filters on. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a D-shape physical pay to flip, which is X-Men's favorite set of words put next to each other. Oh, and you get a reroll when you so basically, let me actually read it. It's a D-shape pay to flip physical defense. You need to roll more than there are healthy enemy characters there. Characters within 2 of a generator that they control may reroll 1 die in their defense roll. So if you're within 2 of one that is yours, you get the reroll. So it's interesting because now when you flip on your turn matters, because I had a few people shoot me and they were like, well, I need to flip first so you don't get the reroll. So that was kind of interesting, because it's usually you try and kill the person first, right? So then they're not on the point, and then you flip over them because they're not there. So that was cool. And obviously this doubles up with like the Storm Leadership, you get another reroll. If you're on Webs, then Spider Sense, you get another reroll. So I think Webs will be playing this as well. So Miles 1 Webs, that is. And,
that's so wild.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was coming back.
Yeah, it's one they didn't put in last year, and I was really sad because I thought this was going to replace Spider Portals.
Is this one from the last War? Yeah, from the War Kings pack. So this is the one they left out of the
one of the ones they left out. Yeah.
Huh. That's great. All right.
Cool, right?
It's a D shape. So I'm just going back to the crises now. So looking at the full pack, I'm trying to see. There's, like I said, there's a lot of fighty ones from the new set, but that one's quite wide. We got the bees in there. Maybe it's balanced again. I still feel like it's leaning on.
It
fighting.
definitely the new one. Oh, you mean the whole rotation.
Like 12 rotation? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you've got like 3 super fighty ones, right? Deadly Meteors, Lockdown, and Survivor's Search are super fighty. You've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spread, with like Infinity Formula, Mutant Madmen, arguably Wedding Party. So yeah, it's, you've got Strike Team, which is very spread. X-Men Infiltrate is kind of functionally like a DMAP. So I think, yeah, it seems fairer than I probably suspected, because I think the last year has been very crisis focused. And the reason that like Apocalypse is doing so well is because he's a good kind of like rotatey team, It's like, you're all slowed, but I'm running around rotating. So I expected them to hit that quite hard, but they haven't. Like, Apocalypse will happily play on X-Men Infiltrates and Strike Team Secures.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that if I was to sum up the whole rotation in one word, it would be fair.
Yes, I agree. Maybe leaning a bit more on the attrition side. Like if you didn't think about it much, you'd probably end up with a bunch of crises that are going to be fighty. You really have to think, I think, a little bit harder if you're trying to be a control team or a running away team and purposely pick out like the few that work for you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And now we're picking 5, right? And that changes things a lot. Maybe that's why, some of the choices they made with this rotation would have been made with 5 extracts, 5 secures in your squad as a consideration.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can tell, fellow listeners, we don't feel very confident or sure about anything on this episode. We've lost our normal pizzazz because it's all new stuff and it's all very like, new rules, like source stuff, new shapes, like the rotation changes everything. So
I will say it's going to be entirely different this coming year. Is not going to be anything like the prior year. I feel certain about that, which is great. This is fantastic. This is what keeps games exciting.
Yeah, and we've got the next couple months to play on these if we want to, practice around with them. And then in June, 85% of the characters are changing with extra stamina, right? So that changes everything, again. So
and what happens in just after both of those things happen?
I don't know.
In July, 4th and 5? July 4th and 5th?
We can do that because this episode's coming out now. July 4th and 5th, we're running a GT in London.
Official London GT. Woohoo!
Yeah. The prizes arrived yesterday. It's very exciting.
Cool.
So yeah, come to that. Also, it's coming out. We got a tournament in a few weeks. May the 9th, next Saturday.
Yeah, it's the G&T, the London G&T.
Yes, we applied to do 2 GTs. AMG said yes. We announced the events, and then they said, "Psych, you only get 1." So we're calling it the G&T, and it's next Saturday in London. And there's loads of space for people to come still. And there are new players coming. There are some people coming and saying first event ever.
Yes, that we're mentioning it on our Discord, which we're super thrilled about. We're hoping that person's friend comes. The friend was still on the fence, and we're like, "Come on, come support." The first friend, come.
Yeah. But no, our events, we always make sure that like they're very new player friendly, and this one is especially new player friendly because we're trying out not having chess clocks. So if you're on the fence, this is the event to come to for sure. Just in case we decide we want to use chess clocks in future.
And what else? What else do we have to entice people to come to this particular event?
Oh, we got a fancy Mephisto model.
Yeah, we have a con exclusive Mephisto that I brought back from Milwaukee that can be yours. Everybody will have a chance to win. It doesn't go to automatically the winner of the tournament.
Yeah, it could go to anyone. It could be you.
It could be you, but you have to be in it to win it.
You do have to. Yeah, you do have to come to the event to win it, I'm afraid.
You can't have your friend come and pick it up.
I've been bribed. People trying to bribe me for that model.
Wow.
I thought all the foil cards that I got my hands on were the hot commodities, but no, people are sliding to my DMs being like, "What do I need to give you to make me win that Mephisto raffle?" I'm corrupt, Norbert, but I'm not corrupt.
No, we're going to have our producer, I'm sure, pull it instead of anyone of us. So there's no shenanigans. Cool. I am thrilled that we could get this episode out. Thank you all for listening. Jamie, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, come talk to us on Discord. Let us know what you think of the new Crisis, please. I am trying to practice on the new rotation.
All right, brilliant. Until next time, cheers and happy gaming.